Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters all around the world. Welcome to King Said So. I am your host, Kagiso Hlongwane. King 053, Mr. Easy Imali, Enenge Nenge. And we are back at it again with another one. And this time around, I'm just playing around with the idea that we South Africans need to come to a point where we're having a serious discussion as to which political party we're going to have. That's what I'm going to talk about in this particular video. But before we do that, I want to thank the, I don't want to call them the winners, the family that have that will get the gift from the channel for reaching 10,000 subscribers. You know, I selected 4 people from the live streams that I do, which is very important that you guys join the live streams that we do. We have a lot of fun in the live streams, and I'm enjoying it so much. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I'm giving a live feed. So congratulations to Tulane Dlamini, Qoliswa, Neo, and Kagiso. Tulane, Qoliswa, Neo, and Kagiso. Thank you so much, you guys. I think we've already spoken on WhatsApp. You guys will be getting your T-shirt, the 10K T-shirt, and the I Said Lina book that is behind me here, a book that is written by the king himself. Okay, so it's very important. I think I need one more person. I can't send 4 people T-shirts. I need one more person. I might select him in one of the comments, so keep on commenting, or I might select that one person in the live videos that we do. So that's very important. So the next milestone is 20,000 subscribers, of which I think we can do it, guys, before the end of March. We can get there. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Now let's get into this without talking too much. Ladies and gentlemen, selecting a political party is not a joke. It's not a joke. We have seen with what the ANC has done over the years, 30 years, of which if you had to give them a mark out of 10 for the 30 years that they've stayed in power, you might give them a 5 out of 10, which is not bad. A 50% is still a pass. But if you have to rate the ANC's performance in the last 6 years where Cyril Ramaphosa was president, you're going to rate them close to 2.5 to 3 out of 10, which is not good. Which tells us that as South Africans, we need to get in a conversation, a serious conversation, where we say, who is it that we want to rule over us? Now, I want to play around with an idea quickly, because Mkhonto Wesizwe has not yet selected its president and deputy and their top 6. They have just launched their first political branch in Nkandla, which is good. So we are looking for developments when it comes to that. But let's play around with the idea that Jacob Zuma is the president of Nkandla, yes, of course, of Nkandla, of Mkhonto Wesizwe, and Jabulani Khumalo is the deputy president of that party. So meaning if they win, these 2 gentlemen will be the president and the deputy president. Is that combination a good combination to run our country? Let's park that one for a little bit. Let's speak about the ANC winning, because me and you might not like the ANC, but there are people who love the ANC. They say, let me rather stick with the devil I know than go for another thing that I don't know. So let's say Cyril Ramaphosa remains president and Paul Mashatile becomes the deputy president, of which that is what is the current situation in our country now. We can continue with this, that we know that the progress is slow, but it's there. It's there. You understand? And another option that we might kick in there is Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu. Floyd and Julius are a good pairing. Which pairing do we want as South Africa? I want to go into a deeper analytic review on all of these parties' top 6s and compare their credentials and compare what value they bring to our country compared to other parties. If you want me to do that, just type King, do it on the comment section. You guys will be getting that video before the end of the week. So let's go back to the first pairing of Umkhonto weSizwe that is hitting South Africa by storm. It has taken over. They are now claiming that there is 800 members strong on their registration roll, meaning on their website, when you go and register at Umkhonto weSizwe, there's 8 million people. 8 million people. Is that even possible? That will mean Umkhonto weSizwe is 4 times bigger, or let's say 3 times bigger than the EFF, and it's only 2 million shy from reaching the amount of voters that the ANC had. Remember, on the last elections, the ANC hit 10 million voters that voted for them, and that gave them that 57%. Remember, there was 23 million odd people that registered, and I think 21 million people voted, and ANC got 10 million from that 21 million that voted. The DA got 3 point something. The EFF got 1.8, and so on. So we remember those numbers. So if Umkhonto weSizwe wins, and somehow they could play around in court, because I see they are trying to attack Jacob Zuma via the courts. They say you have a criminal record that is this fresh, you can't run for president. According to the constitution, you can't serve 3 terms. Let's ignore all of those things for now. Let's park them, because all of those things will be challenged once Jacob Zuma as party Umkhonto weSizwe wins the elections. Jacob Zuma and Jabulani Khumalo, they look like a good pairing for me watching from far. I like both gentlemen. You guys know how much I love Jacob Zuma. The issue is, this man is an old man. Does he still have 5 years in him? He's 80, 81, 82 years. 5 more years will take him to 87 years. He's an old man, and his main motivation is to take down the ANC. Do we want a president whose main reason why he's running for president is to fix the ANC? Do we want that? He has come out with many other reasons to say, I want to liberate my black people. I want you guys to have your land back. I want to build factories. We heard what he said. And he's got what we call the interim president, Jabulani Khumalo, who looks like a smooth talker. Smooth talker. You don't see the man making noise. He commands respect when he speaks. He carries himself well. There isn't no shenanigans. Remember, when people get into political office, other political parties dig for dirt. The same with me. As a journalist, you must dig for dirt and try to find out what is this guy's story? Where does he come from? Where is he going? Everything looks close for this man, and everything looks good. You don't find anything bad about this Jabulani Khumalo. He's doing good. So we have to think, is this the pairing that we want? We go to another pairing of Julius Malema and Floyd Shivambu. Great pairing. One makes a lot of noise. The other one is a silent sniper, if I can call him that. He snipes you from a distance. He commands respect also, Floyd. He's one of those quiet guys that you don't want to mess around with. In his quietness, there is a level of intimidation. Like, he can intimidate you being silent. And you can see, if this man gets angry, it's going to get serious. Julius Malema, his angry button is loose. You touch it, he goes like a grenade. You know, Julius Malema knows the politics of South Africa. This pairing have grown up in the ANC, both of them. They both served in all the bottom structures of the ANC, leading up to the ANC Youth League. So we can trust this pairing. It shows that Julius Malema listens a lot to Floyd Shivambu, because you haven't seen Floyd challenging the authority of Julius Malema. And you haven't seen Julius Malema undermining the authority of Floyd Shivambu. That is an excellent way of running a party. When the two gentlemen complement each other, it makes a big difference in controlling the rest of the pack. But when the rest of the pack, when the deputy and the president, like in the example of Cyril Ramaphosa and Paul, they are in different factions in the ANC. So that will always create a division in the political party. Going back to Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema, they are the youngest pairing from all the other pairings I named you. The youngest pairing. Do we want to give the country to inexperienced, let me call them youth, the younger people in their 40s? Do you want to give them a chance and see what they can do? That is the type of conversations that we South Africans need to have. And I need you guys to go in the comment section and tell me, what do you think about that? The youngest pairing of deputy president and president is in the EFF. Okay, maybe even in Rise Mzansi, but the chances of them winning the elections this time around is not there. You understand what I'm saying? The ANC and Cyril Ramaphosa and Paul, they are there as the experienced bunch. So you know, okay, ANC is probably not going to give us the land back. They're probably not going to give us the what you call the minerals back. They're not going to start a state-owned bank, but because the ANC makes the greater South Africa happy, meaning there is harmony in terms of all the races, all inclusive. They are all inclusive, the ANC. And I'm not sure if you guys have noticed that white people are no longer complaining as much as they did when there was Jacob Zuma in the ANC. With Cyril Ramaphosa, there is a level of calmness that white people are having, meaning they feel like the country is better now in terms of livability, the living ways of this integrate, like people saying the rugby unite us. And I'm like, oh my goodness, you're going to wait for rugby to unite you as a country? You're going to wait for something that comes around every 4 years? And I don't get it. I never got it when South Africans said the rugby unite us, but where they stay, there isn't even a rugby field. But anyway, let's not get into those politics. So Cyril Ramaphosa and Paul are the guys that are experienced in this role of leading the country. Are we going to give them another chance? Meaning giving Cyril Ramaphosa his last term and Paul the opportunity to actually prove to us South Africans that he can also run as a president. Because where he is, you don't understand his stance. He's like Didi Mabuza. He was a very silent deputy president, of which even if in his absence we did not feel him. Even now that he has got out of the ANC, we don't got out of the office of the deputy president. There isn't a void that was supposed to be filled. Like any person could just come in like Paul, it's fine. Didi Mabuza did not do a good job in that office, because that office controls a lot of power in the ANC in terms of appointing people and all of it. It controls a lot of power, and you prepare yourself for your reign after the president is there. So I'm not happy with how Paul is treating this office and how backwards he is, not assisting Cyril Ramaphosa in running for the things that they need to run, pushing him in terms of the faction that he's coming from and trying to implement those things with Cyril Ramaphosa. With Jacob Zuma is the loud one. He's the knowledgeable one. He's the one that's going to make jokes. He's the one that is relatable to the people. He's gonna speak, and he's gonna sing, and everyone is gonna sing along. With Jabulani Khumalo, he needs to find a role where he fits an arm. What is the word I was speaking about this word today? Try to match the energy of Jacob Zuma so that people can start to hear him more. start to hear him more, speaking his mind more. That's what must happen. The EFF, I think for me, they've got the best pairing of president and deputy president. These two gentlemen are running the EFF perfect. The gains that they have made with the EFF shows us that these people know how to run an organization. But is running an organization the same as running a country? That's a different question. That requires a different answer. You guys tell me on the comment section. Okay, can Floyd and Julius run this country if we give them a chance? And should we give them a chance to run our country? Really, should we give the young ones a chance? Give them 5 more years and see how are they going to run this country? Or should we just remain with the ANC, the devil that we know, because the progress is there, but it's slow. It's slow. The people are complaining that the progress is slow. In fact, the people are now saying there's a regress instead of a progress. People are crying to say the standard of living is too expensive under the ANC. I just want you guys to tell me what you think. We need to get into a serious conversation as to who is it that we want to lead our country. Mkhonto weSizwe, the EFF, or can we just remain with the ANC? I'm watching the clips back of what Jacob Zuma was saying when people were leaving the ANC and fighting the ANC. I'm watching those clips. I see them. It's not that I don't see them. I'm watching the clips of what Julius Malema was saying, Silo, when he was still, when he was speaking the way he wants to speak about everyone. Because Julius holds no punches. He punches through. I'm watching the movement of the ANC that I don't like. I'm watching everything. I'm trying to find the wrongs and trying to expose the weaknesses around these 3 political parties and see what is it that can lead me to voting for the other one. You need to sit down with yourself, ladies and gentlemen, and think. Don't just vote with emotions. Don't just vote because you want to see the ANC out. Don't just vote because you love Julius Malema. There has to be credible information that propels you into voting for the political party that you want to vote for. And these political parties have got 4 to 5 months to convince us more. Because some of us, we're still sitting on the fence. We want the ANC, but we are also interested in what is happening in the EFF. But again, the Mkhonto weSizwe is coming strong. What do we want? What do we want? We need a party that is going to convince us. The EFF has got a chance to do that with its manifesto launch in 10 February at Moses Mabhida. We want to see what's going to happen there. Want to see. You guys tell me on the comment section. Just type, King, I'm voting for this party. And here is why. Here is why. I need the why. Because I know you guys are so intelligent and clever. You guys always give me some credible information on the comment section. And another thing we must remember, the UDM and the Blackfest Landfest, they're speaking to the Mkhonto weSizwe. Is that the injection of personalities that the Mkhonto weSizwe was needing, plus Ace Magashula, plus the others that are still coming? Is that the people that are going to get Mkhonto weSizwe over the line? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting.
Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, leave your thoughts on the comment section and hit the like and subscribe button, and we will meet on the next one.